Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm starting a brand new engine build. It's for a supercharged Corvette with a big 471 supercharger sticking out the bonnet. Looks pretty bloody cool, but this is his old block here. I started pulling it apart and realised there was a few funky things going on with it. I mean, it's been running for years, and people had rebuilt this quite a while ago, and they've done some old school things where they've ground the crankshaft to change the stroke. They've used the good 010 4-bolt block, except for it's already been bought oversized. It's got a liner in one of these cylinders here. Overall, the thing's pretty sad. It needs new pistons, needs a rebore, but then again, being supercharged, you don't really want to run it with a liner bored all the way out to 60 over and all that stuff. So it wasn't really looking good, and he figured he's going to have to spend all this money anyway. So he ended up actually buying a brand new block and a brand new crankshaft and brand new pistons, brand new rods, and this is actually going to make it from a 350 all the way up to, this is going to be a 383. Now what's really cool is this crankshaft is what they call an internally balanced 383. So the old school way of doing it was you'd have your 350 block and you'd get a 400 Chev crank, but then you had to run like a really massive crank pulley damper on the front with a big weight hanging off the side of it, and then your flexi plate had weights on it as well, and it works, but it's not a nice way to do it. Now that they make these crankshafts and rods and everything, it all just looks like the old one, except for it's going to be bigger capacity. But to get this to actually work in his brand new block, I'm actually going to have to fit the crank and then grind the block out, because it's going to actually hit, the conrod's going to hit in the block here. So I'll fit it and I'll show you how to clearance the block, and yeah, take it from there. Alright, so the crankshaft is in. I've put number 1 and number 2 rods and pistons in. I haven't torqued anything up, just trying to quickly dummy assemble it. We don't need to do any of that at this stage, but this is what I was talking about before. So see this back rod comes around and it's very close to hitting the block there, but if I go further it actually hits the other side. And then so if we go the other way, you see this one here comes around and it just hits. So this is never going to work like this, but what I'll do is I'll get the die grinder in here and I'll grind away at this block until I've got like 1.5 mils, 2 mils of clearance, and the same on, well, right down in there. I need to do it on the back of the bore there until this will turn all the way around. So I put the camshaft in there to try and stop a lot of the crap going in there, because I'm going to have to do this while it's all assembled, and I wanted to make sure I didn't get crap everywhere. I mean, everything has to get away, like this crank and all the rotating assembly will go away and get balanced, and the block still needs to be honed and cleaned properly anyway. Okay, well that actually didn't take quite as much as I thought it would. These rods are actually a lot smaller than some of the other ones I've had to deal with. They've got quite a small sort of conrod bolt and everything around it, so that helps a lot. And another thing is, this is the last version of these small block Chevs before they started going to the LS. There's a few differences. It's got a one-piece rear main seal and a few other bits and pieces, but I wonder, actually, I'm not sure, but I wonder if this has actually got more clearance in general, because I've had to put a little notch there so you can see that rod just clears everything. And then the same, oh, you were not going to be able to see that until I take the crank out, but there was 2 places at the bottom there where I had to do a bit, but then you see this one here coming up. I'll probably just take a little bit more out of there. It's probably got 2mm, but I'll take a little bit more out, it's not going to hurt. So now that I've done these ones, I will take everything out and I'll just sort of copy what I've done on the others, and then I can dummy assemble the lot and just check that I haven't got any bits that I've missed. So crank's coming out and the rod's coming out, and I'll carry on. Okay guys, so you've seen me fit that piston and rod to each single one of these bores and check clearance individually. So, well, I'm pretty happy with the amount of clearance we've got everywhere all around, which means that I can start pulling everything apart and get the crankshaft, the rods, the pistons, the balancer and the flex plate down to Christchurch to get it all balanced. And then, yeah, we can do the little bits of cleaning and machining on the block we got to do and start putting this thing together. I'm pretty excited. This is going to be bloody cool. He spent a small fortune on this thing, so it's going to be really cool to see how it goes. Yeah, thanks very much for watching, and please leave a like, comment and subscribe.